Hello and welcome to Practical Manifesting for Busy Women. I created this podcast for women who are interested in becoming the best versions of themselves in the shortest amount of time possible. I've been a spiritual counselor and intuitive for over 20 years now. The one thing I've learned is in order for any of my clients to apply an idea into their life, they really need it to be super practical, highly effective, and they also need it to be something that they could do in the shortest amount of time possible. Because most of us in this modern life have a lot going on. If you are a professional woman and you have children, you are running around all the time. If you're a professional woman and you have aging parents, you are running around all the time. We are just busy and life has become busier and busier. So being able to take those moments where you could remind yourself the purpose you want to create, so important. So I've created this podcast to remind you that you're a co-creator with a power that creates worlds and that you came here to overcome obstacles just for the sheer joy of getting to the other side. You've came here to climb mountains just for the sheer joy of getting to the other side. And if it feels like you're going on an uphill mountain right now, if you don't stop climbing, I promise you there is that other side. The purpose of manifesting is to shorten the process. I teach A Course in Miracles also, and in A Course in Miracles, it says what a miracle is, all a miracle is a shift in perception, which sounds like not a lot, but it's everything when you're unhappy. If you can move from unhappy to happy, that is a miracle. And I want to make miracles every day, all day long. So today I want to talk a little bit about what manifesting is. So we all have different definitions of what manifesting is. And to me, I have a very specific definition, but let's talk about what they say manifesting is. If you're listening to me, then you probably have an idea of what manifesting is. And the basic definition is turning a thought into a thing, right? Turning a thought into a thing. I had been studying A Course in Miracles for a really long time. The first time I came across the idea of manifesting, I thought it was a neat party trick. I thought, this is the coolest thing. I'm going to just think about something and I'm going to make it happen. Now this is, a lot of years later, and I realized that truly we're manifesting all the time. We are constantly creating. So we are constantly creating from our beliefs. We're creating from our experiences. We're creating from our thoughts. So it's more than just thinking a good thought and having that happen. And there's a grace in that because there are certain thoughts that I have had in my life, and I'm so glad that they haven't come true right away. And I'm sure that you could feel that too. And it's more than just thinking. It's about being able to move into a belief about what you want and aligning with that belief so that it's just the next right step. When I'm working with women, when I'm coaching women, often we have beliefs that are in direct conflict with what we're trying to create. So how do we manifest when we don't believe in it? All right. And sometimes the art of trying to manifest absolutely does teach us about where we need to heal. So to me, manifesting is really a process of aligning with your true spirit. And I believe there's 7 messages of spirit. And these are the 7 messages that we've come to overcome and align with. So what I mean by come to overcome is we come into this earth experience and earth says none of those messages are true. And earth experience teaches us that none of those messages are true. And don't worry, I'm going to tell you what the messages are. I'm not going to make you wait very long, but the basic messages are stored in our body. And there's a lot of different ways to see these messages. People see them as chakras, or people see them as energy fields, and I see them many different ways. But I think the best way to understand them is in messages. We came here to become in alignment with the messages of spirit, of our soul, in order to create and expand the universe. So our soul knows that we can create these messages, and they sound sort of like this. I am safe. I am secure. I belong. I am enough. I am creative. I am fun. I am able to experience all emotions and able to modulate my emotions to get back into peace. I am in control and I'm an authority of my life. I have autonomy in my life and I am able to express that autonomy in ways that are pleasurable, practical, and flexible. I am lovable. I deserve to be loved, and I deserve to love. I am expressive. I can express my truth, and I could hear the truth in others. I can have a voice that's meant to be heard, and I create space so that other people can be heard. I can see the truth, and I could see my path forward, and I can see what really happened that got me here. I can learn my lessons by seeing the truth in them, and I can see the highest version of everything available to me. And I am connected to the power that moves worlds, and in that connection, experience bliss in the moment. Those are what we have come to create. And then we enter a world that is not any of those things. And once we enter the world that's not any of those things, we don't believe in them anymore. So we become afraid. The journey of the manifester, the journey of the creator, is aligning with the messages of spirit by moving through and uncovering the beliefs that instill fear. And those beliefs in your energy field are called blocks. So manifesting really requires healing, which is overcoming your blocks. So this is a lot of information that I've given you, and I've already said that you're a busy person. So that's all I'm going to talk about today. So the purpose of this podcast is to give you tons of different inspirations to overcome your blocks so that you align with your truth. And here's the thing, you can create anything that you want. You're limitless in your beliefs. And if you really believe it, some version of it will come true. Now, let me say something. I could say, I want to fly, and I'm not going to physically be able to fly. There are some laws of physics that we have agreed to when we got here. However, eventually we figured out how to fly, didn't we? And so my goal with you, the listener, is to remind you that you are those messages. You are enough. You belong here. You came here with a purpose and a plan. There is joy meant for you. And there is nothing, no situation, no matter how dire, that doesn't have a solution that could please you. One of the things they say that Seth says in the Seth books by Jane Roberts is that every problem, the second it is born, has so many possible solutions, we can't possibly fathom them. We might only see one, we might see two, but every problem has so many solutions. So whatever you're going through right now, no matter what it is, there is a positive solution. And if you could just remember the messages of spirit are your truth, and if you could understand that when you are in alignment with those messages, that's called being empowered. That's called shining in your truth. And that's all I want for you, is to shine in your truth. So say to yourself, I am enough today. I can surrender this problem to the power in me that moves mountains. And I know that I just have to believe in it just for a minute, just for a second. I just have to believe in it for a brief second. I am enough. I love myself. I love others. And I'm creating a life that is so joyful. And that is my birthright. That's what I want to create. My inspiration for you today is to think about the messages of spirit. Those messages of spirit come straight from the chakras. We started as light. We came here as a spark, and we're supposed to turn our spark into light. And that is what a light worker is. And how you do that is every single challenge that you overcome, every single obstacle that you face, you turn that into light. And in those places where you remove those blocks, now you are able to attract things that look just like it. So when you remove the block that says I'm not enough, all of a sudden the universe starts to show you how you are enough. Once you remove the block that says I'm not connected, all of a sudden you start to hear your highest version of yourself. So my wish for you is that you can see yourself as truth, which is all the messages of spirit. My favorite tool of all tools is just appreciation. Start with appreciating your body, move on to appreciating your home, Appreciate the people in your life. Appreciate the outdoors. Appreciate your guides who are always watching you. Appreciate your guides on earth who are always watching you. If you're a mother, appreciate your children. If you're a daughter, appreciate your parents, even if they passed. And if they weren't great, try to find the gifts that they gave you to appreciate. Remember, life is super short. I have so much stuff to talk about and so much to teach. And I'm so looking forward to spreading what I've learned in my studying for the last 35 years of life and sharing it with you. And I hope that this podcast has inspired you. And if it has, please subscribe and share it with your friends, because I just want to create a world where we all recognize that we are light and we are love. Remember, life is super short, so please be kind, have fun, and love everything. Thank you.